Hey everyone, my name is Kenneth Reyes, and my speech today is going to be about abolishing ICE. The purpose statement for my speech is to convince my audience that immigration and custom enforcement should be abolished from our government and a new, safer system should be implemented. Immigration and custom enforcement, otherwise known as ICE, is a failing system that separates families in unlawful ways that should be replaced with a new, safer system that benefits everyone's agenda. In recent news, there has been a widespread of information, mainly through social media, about what happens in detention centers. DetentionWatchNetwork.org mentioned that ICE has an appalling record of abuse. ICE detention centers, people are deprived of their liberty, denied access of lawyers, separated from their families and loved ones, and are subject to severe medical neglect. This is a big problem that I will get back to later on in our speech, but for now I want to explain what ICE is. So what is ICE? According to Amna Moudin, a reporter for Quartz, ICE was created in 2003 following a massive government reshuffle that came in the wake of the 9/11 terror attacks. ICE is a part of three other agencies that work under the Department of Homeland Security, and their agenda consists of immigrant enforcement investigation and illegal movement of people and goods preventing terrorism. So today I will be discussing the threat to civil liberties imposed by ICE, such as the Fourth Amendment protection against unreasonable searches and seizures, the constitutional guarantee of due process, and the constitutional guarantee of equal protection and freedom from discrimination based on race, ethnicity, and national origin, according to the ACLU. I hope to convince you in looking for alternative ways to tackle our immigration problem by first abolishing the failing program we already have in place. The Fourth Amendment states that all arrests must have a probable cause behind them. According to the ACLU.org, ICE detainers also have to abide by this law. ICE must also have a probable cause to believe he or she is a non-resident or non-citizen who is subject to removal. In terms of permanent residence, he or she must have been convicted, not just charged, with a removable criminal offense. As mentioned by Katie Gotell in her article, ICE violates the Fourth Amendment when it detains people without probable cause, court rules. ICE must have probable cause that a person can be deported before it may detain them. Based on the fact the judge ruled, there must also be a neutral evaluation of probable cause. Such review must occur promptly, which is usually defined as 48 hours. Importantly, immigration detainers contain none of the protections that are found in the criminal context. They are not signed by a neutral decision maker, and the detained individual is not brought before a judge to evaluate whether the detention is illegal. So practically, detainers are being assigned and going out, getting information of potential illegal immigrants, and they're going out and detaining them without probable cause, and they're being misled from a faulty system. And then according to the ACLU, under the U.S. Constitution, the government cannot take away any person's liberty without showing that it is necessary to do so. But ICE has been also holding immigrants indefinitely. Instead, immigrants are jailed until they can prove they should not be detained by showing they are not in danger and not a flight or risk. People are being deprived of freedom, jailed, and separated from their families and livelihoods simply because they cannot prove a negative. So the families that are being detained from all these faulty captures caused by detainers are now being held indefinitely instead of the 48 hours and not promised a constitutional due process. Now we're going to move on to ICE attacking base off race. As mentioned by Mark Hugo Lopez, according to the survey, about 6 in 10 Latinos say discrimination against Hispanics is a major problem, preventing Hispanics in general from succeeding in America. Immigration status, language, skills, skin color, and income and education levels is the biggest cause of discrimination against Hispanics. According to Doris Marie Provine, immigration enforcement has disproportionately targeted Mexicans and Central Americans. Current mix of federal and local enforcement discriminates racially through profiling, hypersurveillance, abusive stops, problematic searches, and unwarranted detentions. So, we should stop letting our families being split unjustly. We know that immigrants are being arrested without probable cause because detainers are being sent wrong information, and once they're detained, ICE holds immigrants indefinitely, breaking the constitutional guarantee of due process. Above all, ICE has disproportionately targeted the Hispanic community, so we should come together and stop this from happening to more families than it already has affected, and abolishing ICE. Thank you.